Hi, it's Andrea from Box as Well Andrea, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about moving every 30 minutes. And I wanted to talk about how to do that, how I do that. I wanted to address some of the challenges to that, and then talk about some of the benefits and what I personally actually do in my movement breaks every 30 minutes. So, to start with, I used to be a person that would sit for a long period of time, and I was not aware how much I was sitting until I really paid attention. So I really needed to set a timer, and I set a timer for a very long time because I would forget. Now I have been moving every 30 minutes for a long time, so I don't need the timer anymore. If I have an ordinary day, right, a day where I just write and I create curriculum and I grade and it's just a regular day, I will move around, I will remember. But if I have a stressful day, or if I do work on a special project with maybe a tight deadline or something, I still need that timer because I can still sit for 3 or 4 hours without really noticing, right? So I think setting a timer is a really good thing. And what people oftentimes say is, okay, I can set the timer, but I am in a setting where I really cannot move every 30 minutes. It's just not possible. And what I say to that is, you don't need to even get up to add some movement, right? You can, for example, do movement at your ankle. You can work on your ankle mobility. You can flex and stretch your foot. You can do circles at the ankle. You can work on your knee mobility. You can work on your wrists, right? So there's many things you can do if you say, I can actually not get up and move around. But I also want you to rethink the idea that you cannot get up and move around. So I am part of a meeting on Fridays, most Fridays. Actually, it's an all-day meeting. And it meets for either 3 or 6 hours on Fridays. And I have been part of that for a very long time. And for many years, people did not get up, right? It was a morning session, there was a lunch break, and there was an afternoon session. Now, I always made sure I got up during the lunch break and actually went for a walk. Most people actually just stayed there. And I also made sure to get up a couple times in the morning and a couple times in the afternoon. But I didn't really move a lot. And then about a year ago, a new member joined us, and she said during the first meeting, I have a bad back and I will need to get up throughout the day. And I also will need to stand and I need to walk. And she did that from the first meeting. And this had really a profound impact on the entire group, because now other people joined her, right? Little by little. Even the first day, other people got up, other people moved around. And now, a year later, many people, almost everybody, gets up and stands and moves around. And it's wonderful, right? And so this group that never moved around, that never got up, now is getting a lot of movement. So, I think sometimes we think something isn't possible, but it actually is. And, I also observe this in my classes. I teach several classes throughout the week, and I usually teach morning sessions and afternoon sessions. And I always give my students a break every 60 minutes. And some classes are just much better at actually getting up and moving around. And the interesting thing is that it's usually the morning classes that will get up and move around, even though I feel like they need it less because they are actually energetic and awake. And it's the afternoon students that need it more. And you can really tell when most of the students got up or when most of the students didn't get up, because the students that moved around, got some fresh air, walked around a little bit, they are just much more energetic. They they just participate more, they have better ideas, you can tell that they enjoy being there more. So it is really beneficial. And also what I found when I observed my students, what is really key is that there are maybe 2 or 3 students that will get up, because if they get up, then all the others get up. But if you don't have those 2 to 3 students, then the other ones may not get up. So I encourage you to be the leader, because you won't be the leader for long. Others will join you, and everybody will benefit. So next, I wanted to talk a little bit about the benefits, and I already talked about some of them. Getting up and especially walking around, but really any type of movement is just so good, not only for your body, but also for your mind. So for myself, in terms of how the sitting manifested itself in my body, is that even though I was a lot younger, I was in my 30s and early mid 40s when I sat so much, I had a lot more aches and pains. I had low back pain that was bad enough that I couldn't really get up from a seated position without help. I always have had shoulder and neck issues. I still have to be careful, but definitely regular movement has a big impact on that. So those aches and pains are really gone at this point. And I can really tell when I don't move enough, and I can really make a big impact if I just add that movement into my day. And, in terms of being productive and getting my work done in a timely fashion and, not wasting time, it makes such a big difference. I am much less likely to mindlessly surf the internet or, get sidetracked by other things that I shouldn't really be doing at the moment, when I am, when I have my movement breaks. Okay, because I really use those 25 minutes out of the 30 to get my work done. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about a little bit is what I actually do during the movement breaks, and really that they can be as short as a minute each, and that they can be as simple as going up and down the hallway, or going up and down some stairs, or doing some stretches, some gentle stretches. It could be, you could add some jumping jacks if you wanted to be a little bit more energetic, or you could do again, you could go for a short walk. All right, I hope you're having a great day, and keep moving.